Well, hello there. Yeah, there's some really neat stuff on internet news today following a weekend. You know, it's amazing how them politicians like to put that stuff out on Friday or Saturday, figuring not too many people will pay attention to it. Well, it's just downright interesting. But anyway, I was talking last time about the idea that the United States was what a republic was. Now, everybody had the right. The republic was supposed to set it up so everybody could find some place that they could live peacefully and enjoy whatever it is they wanted to do. You know, now there's a lot of talk. You know, it's like the old thing, got two consenting adults in a house that they're buying and paying for, and they're inside doing something, and they're both enjoying it, and they agree to do it. The government ain't got one idea, no sense at all, ain't got any reason to bother them. It doesn't matter whether it's the town government, it don't matter if it's the city government, don't matter if it's the county government, don't matter if it's the state government, and it certainly don't matter if it's the federal government. See, and we've all got, now they talk about rights. Well, people have unalienable rights. And the people had their unalienable rights when they got together in the 13 colonies. Now, they took their rights and they combined them with their neighbors. If you go back and look, the people in Maine were a lot different in some instances than the people in New York or in Massachusetts. And they were a lot different than the people that was in North or South Carolina, different from what was in Virginia. You get down Tennessee, you get over into, well, you get down into Florida. The people, when the country was started, people were different in these different areas. So when they formed a union after the War for Independence, they formed their states according to the people that lived there. Now, those people had their rights. There's a lot of difference between the Amish and what's some of these other groups they got. There's all kinds of different people. The Baptists are different than the Presbyterians. The Catholics are different than the LDS people. They're just all different. Men are different than women. Don't care what some of these nuts say, but they're different. And you go through, and they give up some of their rights. They could do anything they want to do. Period. They're out here. Take 5 or 6 people, you put them out someplace where nobody's around, they can do whatever they want to. If they're Wiccans, they can dance around with sky cover and whatever. Okay? Now, you get these religious folks, the Baptists. There's a lot of them Baptists didn't dance. My girlfriend in high school was one of them Southern Baptists that group wasn't supposed to dance. And her and I went to dances, though. But anyway, there's all kinds. And then I had a good friend that was a Presbyterian. Well, his girlfriend was a Presbyterian. And them people, when we'd go to the dances that the Presbyterians put on, them people was a lot different than the people that, when we go to the ones in the LDS church socials. You know, it's just, everybody's different. So everybody, we all have natural law. And we all have, anybody that believes in God knows that we've got unalienable rights, our agency. He gave us, we can do whatever we want. Sin, be a good person, steal, lie. Doesn't matter. We got that right. We just have to pay for the judgment after this life's over. And if you go stealing somebody else's house or car or horse, you might get shot. It's all good and legal. The law, the government's supposed to protect my property, my neighbor's property, the guy down the street's property, from everybody else, because it's ours, from each other. You know, that's where it's supposed to work. Now, but money, they got this monopoly money now. was reading something that irritated me, so I got to looking back about that Federal Reserve Act of 1913, when we got the Federal Reserve Bank. Now, I never thought of it, but I knew that the Federal Reserve Bank is privately owned. Now, in the Constitution, when it puts out the powers of Congress, well, one of the powers has got to borrow money on the credit of the United States, to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the several states, to establish a uniform rule of naturalization and uniform laws on the subject of bankruptcy throughout the states, to coin money, regulate the value thereof and of foreign coin, and fix the standard of weights and measures, to provide for the punishment of counterfeiting the securities and current coin of the United States. Those are powers that Congress has. Well, guess what? They passed a Federal Bank Act, Federal Reserve Act in 1913 under old President Wilson. And that guy was one of them good progressive socialists. He was reading a lot of that Marx stuff, I think. But anyway, that Federal Reserve Bank is privately owned. Go look, go read, go study, look it up. The owners are everybody from all kinds of rich people. There's something like 8 families or that. Half of them live in Europe. The Rothschilds and several others, I guess, whatever. They do all this stuff and don't pay for it. But they print the money for us. Put it out. And we pay for them doing it. Go read, go study, go look. Some of this stuff is enough to, well, you think there's corruption, think there's criminals. Now me, I think them blue party and that red party, because we are not a democracy and all we get to vote on is this platform or that platform. But the United States is a republic. People in Houston, Texas have got their own set of stuff they want to do. They can make them laws, but they can't make me obey them laws. California, there's all this good stuff going on with that governor they got now and all that, all being in debt, billions of dollars and such. But why does the federal government have a right to bail them out? Go read through this Constitution. Read it carefully. Where does it say that the federal government has any place for charity? Charity is supposed to be left to the individuals and to the churches and to the organizations like, and people that take care of them kids with cancer, people that take care of them kids, wear them funny hats and take care of them kids with the birth defects and stuff. That's where the supposed to be that charity. The government, the federal government, the state government, the county government. Charity's not really a legal thing for them to do unless all the people in consensus say, here, go ahead, take 10% of my money and spread it around through all that stuff. But they don't, and I don't agree with it. Think about it. Read, study, learn, go out and look, ask questions. Have a good day. May God bless y'all. I'll see you again.